Alright guys, today let's take a look at another one of the locks from Scruffy in Norway. It's high mileage on this lock. It went from Germany to Norway to the East Coast of the United States. These Abises are fantastic training locks. You're going to learn how to pick spool pins. This is the model 85, and then /50 will be, of course, the measurement in millimeter, the width of the lock. These almost all have a similar keyway to that, so right away you can see we should use bottom of the keyway, because once we get it in there, let's see if we can find one here. See if this guy will fit in. There we go. Once he's in there like that, now we pick from the right ledge, so we're not really wasting any of our working space trying to tension this thing. Put it in there and just make sure he's turning. You can see him jiggling a little bit, not seizing up on us, and that's by luck the right tension tool. If it binds up, just try different sizes. All right, I'm going to rest my hand on the bench here. I'll go ahead and zoom in, and then these are great for spools. Let me see if I can get a good pick here. Because it's so wide open there, I'm going to use this guy. This is a 25,000. This is a Tron, one of their hybrid picks from Sparrows. Slide him all the way in, put some light tension on it, and just try to find a binder. There he is. First one is 5. These are not that difficult, so I don't take a whole lot of time. Okay, that was 2. And there was one, and I got a little bit of a false set there. You see that? He suddenly just turned like he was open, and then stopped. So that would be a false set, for those of you who keep asking that question. Now, once we have a false set on a lock that's known to have spools, what we're looking for is counter rotation. And I found it on the very last pin that I picked, which is pin 1. Now watch what happens when I push him up. You notice the core kind of rotates backwards, and it pushes up on the tension wrench. You can feel it, and it's called counter rotation, telling me indeed it's a spool or maybe a mushroom pin. So release tension and force him into place. Well, ease him into place. Some of you newbies are a little bit over aggressive when it comes to that forcing stuff. And we lost our false set, telling me that there's a standard pin in there that just fell down. It was number 3. So he was the last one. And then we get an open. Pretty cool. These are great training locks, but they're not such great locks for security, but great trainers. Another reason, and I don't know if I'm probably going to ruin the video by trying to do this, but when you look in the top there, you can see in Abises, they have really good tolerances. We may or may not be able to shim it. And what we're actually trying to do is there's a spring-loaded locking pawl right there, and then there's one identical one on this side that you can't see. When we push that in there, it pushes those locking shackles or locking pawls into those cutouts. So when we slide the shim down there, I'll leave that open. Let me see if I can find a decent shim here that's not all bent up. When we slide the shim down there, we're actually pushing that locking pawl out of that cutout back into the body, and when we do that, then we should be able to get it open. You can do that on locks that have gaps. I don't know how much luck we're going to have. Let's go ahead and try it. Go ahead and ruin the video, Bill. When you have a lock like this, you try to take the side that has the least amount of gap first. I think it's that side. So I'm going to slide him in the back and see if I can rotate him around. It's already tight. We're probably not going to be able to do this, but that's what it should look like. Now it's successfully pushing the locking pawl out of the locking lug on this side. And then when you look over here, you notice we have no gap whatsoever. He's up there tight. And Abises are famous for that. So I don't know if this is going to work, but again, we're going to slide it in from the side. And this one will probably take a little bit more force. Okay, just to get him in the side has been a struggle. Now I'm going to pinch them together and try to rotate it around without bending it too bad. Come on around there. All right, he's not going to work from that side. I don't want to break the shim, so I'm going to try to pull him out, and we're going to go from the other side, because sometimes one side is looser than the other. So let's try that. Okay, he slid in a little easier on that side. And let's just rotate. Yeah, so there we go. On that side, I managed to rotate around. That's what we're looking for. And then just pull up. There we go. Anyway, these are great locks. They're made with really good tolerances. Such good tolerances and spool pins. It makes it easy to learn spool pins on these great training locks. Don't lock up anything really valuable, though. Anyway, guys, there you go. A couple of quick tips and a kind of a refresher for most of you guys. Appreciate your time. Stay safe. Stay legal. Scruffy, thanks a lot, man.